Hi, it's Helen from Witchcrafts. It's been a very long time since I have done a video. So I've moved house 3 times since the last time I posted a video, and this is the first chance I've had to do one. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking around, and let's have a look at what we've got today. So this is a bundle of different ephemera and goodies that you could put into a junk journal. This is something that I've really got into recently, and almost all of this is things that I have made myself using repurposed, recycled, reclaimed materials. Some of it is things I have in my stash, but mostly it is stuff that has been repurposed, so it's ideal for using in junk journaling. This is going to be listed on my Etsy shop, and there'll be a link in the description down below. But I just wanted to make this video just to explain a little bit about what the things are, because it's quite hard to tell from the photographs what you've actually got. So it's a very big bundle. There's about 140 different items here. So we will just do a quick whistle stop tour through all of the items. So first of all, there are 2 bundles here of different types of ribbon and lace. So here you've got some velvet ribbon, some wide lace ribbon, and some narrow lace ribbon. I should have said there's going to be 3 sets of these. They're all going to be very similar, but some of them will vary slightly because of what I had on hand. So there's about ½ meter of each of these different ribbons. So there's some yellow cotton ribbon, some pink sort of iridescent, slightly see-through organza ribbon, some blue gingham check ribbon, and then some narrow purple satin ribbon. Next up, we've got this pocket, which is a folded pocket which has been embossed, and this one has a material fabric scrappy cluster on the front, and this gives you lots of pockets that you can put into your journal. So it's also got 3 tags in it. So again, these will all be different, but 3 tags, a larger one and 2 smaller ones. Next, we've got a little bag, a little calico drawstring bag, and in here you've got a selection of beaded bulb pins and safety pins. So again, these will all be different, but they'll be on a sort of a similar theme. So this one is got a necklace clasp on it, so you could use that as a stitch marker if you wanted to, if you're a knitter or a crocheter, or you can put it in your journal. And then there are some bulb pins, some paper clips, and some safety pins. There's 2 here which are very similar but slightly different. These are corner flips which you can stick into your journal, and you can write in here. You could just glue along 2 corners, and then you can have a little pocket to tuck something in behind if you wanted to. So there's 2 of those. This is a book plate that you could use on the front cover of a journal or a notebook. So it's been handmade with 4 different types of lace, and then it's been decorated with a little flower. These are some fabric scrappies that I've made. They've just held together with a button with different types of material on them, and they can be used to decorate things. So on this one, I used one on the front of this pocket. Another little bag here. This one's got a selection of little wooden pegs and some different paper clips. So all different kinds of paper clips, some teardrop ones, spiral one, heart one, some little pegs, a binder clip, and then also a bulldog clip, which is what holds it all together. Another little pocket here. So again, it's got the 3 pockets. This one's just got an old vintage bus ticket in it. A couple of paper flowers which have been die cut and then embellished with a button in the middle. There will be a selection of fussy cuts. So in this pack, for example, there's 3 butterflies and then 2 flowers. These are good fun and can do lots of things with these. These are corner bookmarks. So you can tuck this onto the corner of a page in your journal, and then you'd be able to mark your place. You could also write something on here. So there's two of those, one that can go on the right hand side of a pocket of a page, and the other one to go on a left hand side of the page. And then similarly, these are corner bookmarks but with a diagonal. These are very simple, not really been embellished at all, but I've stitched around the outside. So again, you can just tuck these onto the corner of a page in your journal or book that you're reading to keep your place. Got a little pouch here with some stamped images. Again, these are all going to be slightly different, but there is a selection of different stamped images here. So these have just been stamped onto tea-dyed paper, and then the edges have been inked, so they'd be quite nice to use extra. You could put them on a greetings card as well if you wanted to. This is a pen loop. So this has a paper clip, so you can slide this on to the cover of your journal or inside your journal, however you want. It's quite sturdy, and that's got room for a pen. Similarly, this is a hidden paper clip. So inside here, there is a paper clip, and you would just slide this down onto the top of your journal to mark your place or show that this is where you're up to. You could put it in this way or this way. A couple of little concertina paper rosettes. So again, these will all be different, but a big one and a small one. Got here a tiny little faux glassine pocket, which has just been stitched around the outside, and then a little paper scrappy put on the front, and then everything held together with a brad. Got some little circular embellishments here. There will be 3 different magazine images which have been cut out and then mounted onto some backing paper. This is a bead, a paper bead made from an old book page, which I've then threaded with copper wire and added beads for decoration. The bead itself has been glazed with diamond glaze, so it's really nice and shiny, and it's also quite hard wearing and water resistant. And you could use this on a piece of ribbon as a bookmark, or you could put it on the spine of your journal as a decoration. This is a double-sided pocket made from cereal bag and a piece of book page which has been embellished with napkin paper, and then inside there's just a couple of little paper doilies. The really good thing about these things is most of the things can be taken out, moved around. You can put them where you like, change them however you want. A little ribbon flower. Another little bag. This one contains a selection of metal charms. So there are some gears here, sort of steampunk kind of vibe. There's a couple of bits from broken necklaces and jewellery. There are some Tibetan silver charms here, which are sort of like a very lightweight plasticky silver material, metal. Some charms and so on. Got here some paper ruffle. So this is just made of tea-dyed paper, which has then got some other different coloured paper sewn onto it. I think there's about ½ metre of this, and they are all going to be slightly different, but these are really good for embellishing the sides of pages in journals. And then the same sort of thing, but this time it is fabric. So this is just some calico, which I've cut into strips, and then it's got some ribbon stitched across the middle of it. So those are really pretty. And 2 little boxes here. The first one, the smaller one, has got a selection of beads. These are mostly from broken jewellery, things I had in my stash. So there's some wooden ones, some plastic ones, some glass ones, ones which have got little metal eye pins or head pins already through them. And then the bigger box contains a selection of buttons and so on. So there are some wooden buttons. There'll be a handmade recycled button that I used Jenny Belly's tutorial, which I'll link down below. There's some other buttons, some brads, and then you've also got a small selection of little wooden cutout laser cut shapes and a couple of shells. I'm not going to open this, but this is a plastic tube with a screw top lid and just a bit of cotton wool in the top just to hold it in place, and you've got in there a selection of seed and small beads, as well as a little selection of sequins. So these are quite good fun. You can put them onto safety pins or paper clips, thread them onto a piece of string and use it as a bookmark. And then there are also, as I say, the sequins in the top there that you can either glue on or sew on. Then we've got two little pouches here. This first one is cardboard, and it opens with a little popper, and it's lined with an old book page. And then inside here you've got a bag with a selection of vintage stamps. So again, these will all be different depending on what I happen to grab. And then the second pouch is half laminated decorative paper, again secured with a little popper. There's nothing inside this one, but this one's just, you can see it's an expanding pouch. They're reasonably sturdy. You could use it for, I don't know, bus tickets, Oyster card, whatever you might have. Next, we've got a small bundle here of different paper, different envelopes. So let me just take this off. So there's, again, going to be varied depending on what I grabbed, but there's a couple of airmail envelopes, some different sized and coloured plain envelopes. These are all openable. You can use them, emboss them, whatever you want to do with them. And then there is a large brown paper bag and a small brown paper bag, the sort that you used to get in greengrocers. And then there's also one of these paper bags with the gusset, so that opens up. So again, you can use these in your journals. And then there is a selection of different material scraps. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different materials, I think. So they're different shapes, different sizes, different patterns. Again, they're all going to be different. There's a bit of jute in there and a piece of calico, just held together in a little book page pouch. And there's also a selection of papers here. So this is just all held together with a belly band. So there's a piece of vellum, there's a couple of like printed journaling pages. There's a card that you could use as a journaling spot or on the front cover. A selection of different patterned papers. So again, all going to be different. A couple of book pages, some more scrapbooking, slightly thicker paper, a couple of vintage newspaper pages, and again, sort of a to-do list page. So that's those. And then we come on to the final bit. Now this is called a Scrappy Staggered notebook, and this has been made with handmade paper, which is just some dried tea and some flower petals that you then cover with a napkin and PVA glue. So again, these are all going to be different front covers, but they've all got a selection of different pages bound together into a signature. You can see there where I've used the paper ruffle roll for decoration. So I've done some stitching around and just got a little bit of a decoration there on the front cover. This is similar, but it is a flip down notebook. So it's got a material fabric scrappy on the front there, and then you just open it up like this, and it's got a small notepad and then a sort of almost like a belly band that you can use to tuck things inside there. And then last but not least, you'll have a handmade journal. Again, all going to be different. This one is made with some paper that I have decoupaged some napkins down onto the front of it, and then just added a book plate. And then you've got a variety of different types of papers in here to make your own little journal. So that's it. As I say, there are 3 different bundles that are going to be going into my Etsy shop, and the link will be in the description box down below, along with some photographs that you'll see on the listings. I've tried to show you everything as clearly as I can, but if you have got any questions about any of the items, then either drop me a message on Etsy or else leave a comment down below in the comments area on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully it won't be quite so long before I do another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.